Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to my YouTube channel as well as Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. And you can always find me there. It is fsma.life. So I have been seeing this money, financial, new way of life, new way of being starting to come into effect. I get very strong, and I have been shown that even with the way that the stock market has been doing things, conducting their business, life, stock market exchange, we could seriously see a major flip upside down. The way that we invest our monies, I just get we're at a point that is going to change. I do get investing, looks like that it very well could start to become online and more online. But I do get this readjusting of the financial market with cryptocurrencies, with the gold, with the silver, with trading, bartering. I do get a big shift with that, but I get the old way, the old money system. I don't really get a lot of energy there anymore. We've outgrown that. It no longer suits us. We need more fair. We need more balance. We need things to become more just. So that's why I see this taking more of a greater lead, to be honest with you. And I do get that we're to a point where the reason why I see more crypto and silver and gold being exchanged and even just trading is because I do get that it's more for the people, to benefit them, to help them. That's what I get. So whether or not the old money financial system was fair or not is in the eyes of the beholder, but I do get, Spirit keeps telling me it's going to be fair, going back to the people, where balance, where that if you invest or that whatever you trade, whatever you barter is going to be more fair to both parties. And they're showing that it very well could be ran by those more truthful, more honest, that it is ran by the people for the people. That's what I get this is about. And I know it sounds really super crazy, but I do get that it is. And those from the newer generations, they understand more of the cryptos than the older generations, those from like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. They don't get it. They don't understand. But remember, what about in the 30s when the credit card came out? What about going and getting a loan? All of that was unheard of. People thought that was insane. What happened to that? It grew. It took a life of its own. It became a way of life. This may very well end up being the same type of thing. So look at cryptos. If you haven't already, look at it. Is it something that may interest you? Maybe a good idea. Whatever you think, go look at it. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It may not be for everyone, but I do get we are at the major change of new way of doing banking, a brand new way of getting loans. And I've talked about it forever. I know I've got videos out there about you may not be able to just go down and get a loan for a bit. We're going to be in this pause moment of where as we transition over, there may not be loans given out. We may be in a holding pattern for a short amount of time till perhaps the transition really does occur. So maybe kind of think about either, do you have what you need? Do you have a little bit of silver stash? Do you have currency? Do you have kind of a backup? That's not a bad idea, but maybe it would be a good idea. So I have been shown that even within the way that we shop is going to change, And there's going to be people that's not going to like it. I'm just not going to lie. They are not going to be a fan. Sometimes we don't always like change, but then when we look into it and we see why this is happening, maybe it wasn't fair. But then we see like, okay, and you really look at it with a clear objective, non-biased and non-partial to either side, but you look at it and you evaluate it and you think, yeah, I guess, it is fair. There's not as many fees. Maybe it's less risk of being stolen. So kind of really look at it. But I do get the way we get loans, the way we do loans, the way we buy houses, the way that we buy cars. I get it's all going to change. It's all going to switch. And I do get there's going to be that adjustment period that is going to be chaotic, and it could last a while. It's not going to be something that's just going to go away overnight. I get this adjustment period could be around for a while, maybe even 1 to 1.5 years, because not everybody's going to want to accept it. But it may be a good idea to have a little bit. That's really totally up to you. What is your backup? But I do get the way we know life in the financial world, I get it's going to change. And I get it's going to totally switch upside down. Because we're adjusting, we're evolving. We're growing and advancing as a society. And I know not everybody thinks that, but we'll see. Spirit is urging that no more imbalance when it comes to the monies. No more things being unfair. It's more for the people and giving it back to them. All the interest rates and all of that, there may be a little bit, but nothing like you have been known or that you have known. It's going to change. And I just see where you have the balance that's going to be returned. So that will be good. And it's switching over the loans. And even when it does switch over, let's say you owe 200 grand on your house. Maybe by the time that they switch it over to this other banking, financial system, currency, it may not even be that high. Maybe they're going to take off some of the interest rate. Spirit was showing me that we're going to be surprised, that we're going to be shocked, impressed. So that will be very interesting. So we will definitely sit and watch this one. But I do get within the whole financial market, it's going to be interesting. And I do get people will be upset. And I also get, I have to just kind of add this in with this video, watch unemployment. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But we may go through a point where the financial system, the employment, may kind of really hit rock bottom. So I don't like it. And I get people really may hit a point where they're unemployed, looking for work. There may not be a lot of jobs out there. I know right now in some areas there are, but we may go through a point where there's not going to be. So kind of keep your eye on that. Weather is cawampus. It is just insane is what Spirit is showing me. Really, really super crazy erratic weather, even to where the weather sites may not even be accurate, because I don't get they know, but it has to do with the North and the South Poles. Remember, I've talked about this in my past videos. They are shifting and they are changing, and I get it's going to affect the weather system and the patterns and the volcanoes and the hurricanes, to where you think you don't even live in a hurricane area. You might. If you're anywhere near the oceans, you might be. But watch for those crazy erratic storms and the earthquakes. I really get that we are to a point where it's going to really intensify. Look at everybody. Look at the way that everybody is being, and the mood swings and people acting really off. This, I believe, is affected. We're all affected. We're all affected to the earth, and Mother Earth is waking up. She has been bound for a long time, and I don't get she's bound anymore, and she's not happy. It's kind of like she woke up, she looked around at the planet and the earth and realized that all of her trees and everything is gone, and what happened to the water? She's not happy. So This is her kind of doing a cleanse. So it'll be interesting. But I just wanted to share that, and there will be more that will follow with that too shortly. But blessings to you. Please jump over to fsma.life. If you enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe and share. But until next time, blessings to you. Take care.